Approximately 12:34 a.m. this date, the Erie County Sheriff's Office received a call from a resident of a house located on Route 39 between Sisson Highway, otherwise known as Route 75, and Conant Road in the town of Collins. There were a total of 5 occupants in the residence, and the complainant told dispatchers that several gunshots were heard and that they observed 2 bullet holes into the home. It was soon after that discovered that a 7-year-old male who was asleep at the time in his bedroom on his bed was struck by a round which entered the home and grazed him in the rear upper thigh area. Shortly thereafter, deputies arrived on scene, and after determining the scene to be safe, called for first aid to arrive. The 7-year-old minor was transported to O'Shea's Children's Hospital at approximately 3 a.m. The physician advised us that the boy's condition was determined to be stable. Detectives and crime scene have been working this through the night and resumed their efforts with neighborhood canvases attempting to locate shell casings and other evidence. We've been unable at this point to develop a motive and ask anyone with information to give the Erie County Sheriff's Office a call at 858-2903. Also, Crime Stoppers will be offering a reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of those parties involved. The investigation, as I said, continues right now. We are sifting through and going through some, I don't want to call it evidence, but we're looking at everything in this case. Nothing is off the table. So if you have any questions, either the captain or I can help.
There were 5 people in the house?
Yeah.
Were they all in bed, some awake?
We believe there were a total of 5 residents in the home. One that was actually not a full-time occupant of the residence, but more of a friend. It was a husband, a wife, and their 2 children along with this friend. There were 2 awake at the time that actually heard the shots, multiple shots.
You said that the boy was shot in this upper thigh of his leg and was taken to a children's hospital. Is he there right now? Has he been released? Do you know what the status of him is at this hour?
Okay.
At this time, I believe he's still at the hospital. He was a couple hours ago when we were just out there. So as this continues, we'll have more information, but he was still at the hospital.
Are you guys under the working assumption right now that this is a targeted thing? Is it random?
We don't have a working assumption. We're just, like the chief said, there's nothing that's not on the table. We don't believe it to be a random act. We don't believe it to be a hunting accident. It appears that it was a targeted action, but we don't know who the intended target was.
What about this residence, the address? Has the sheriff's department been called there before? Is it a house where there's incidents of problems before where you guys have to respond?
This is not a house that we've been to for problems, no.
What part of the house was the 7-year-old in? Did the shots come from the back of the house, front of the house? Was he in the living room? Where was he?
He was in the front of the house, in his bedroom, laying in his bed like every 7-year-old should be able to, and he was shot laying in bed. So that's why, once again, we're asking if anybody has any information on this to please call us at 858-2903, because we need to find out how this happened and why this happened.
The small caliber round description in the news release, small caliber like a pistol or small caliber like an AR-15 or something like that?
I'm not getting into the investigative details at this point. Just say it's a small caliber round.
Because obviously a lot of weapons wouldn't go through the side of a house.
Like I said, I'm not going to comment on any specifics that could jeopardize the investigation.
The people who called you saying they heard the shots, did they have any sense of how far away it was? I mean, sometimes you hear a shot and it's kind of hard to hear. Sometimes it's really easy to hear.
We're still working out the details right now. The detectives are on location, canvassing multiple residences to see if we can have any more to kind of narrow that down. So at this point, we do not know.
How many rounds struck the house? And the rounds came from outside, right?
The rounds definitely came from outside. At this point, I'm not going to give a number of how many struck the house, because we're still investigating to make sure we didn't miss anything.
So at least two went through the outside of the house and into the living quarters,
That is correct,
at least two.
at least two.
I know Collins can be a rather rural area. Are you hoping for any kind of security surveillance, ring doorbell stuff, convenience store?
We canvassed the neighbors. That would be great if that was available, and hopefully it is, but due to the remote location, unfortunately, it may be doubtful.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly closer to the city where you have 10 houses in a row.
No, this is rural farming community.
Anything else? Any idea on when we can expect an update after? Whenever we get.
I wouldn't want to speculate.
Are you sending evidence from the scene in as you get it, or are you putting it all together before it goes over to the lab?
We'll send it as we have it.
So you probably at least have the slugs that got in the house.
I'm not going to provide any information on the investigation.
Yeah, again, I think it's just, what we're trying to accomplish here is just awareness in the community. It's a close-knit community, it's rural, it's farmland, and everybody knows. Everybody down there, they know each other, okay? So what we're looking for is the community's help. Even if you vaguely recall at just before 12:30 in the morning, hearing gunfire, okay? That's important to us, okay? Because, that may lead us elsewhere. But whether this was the intended target or just absurd, reckless behavior, for lack of a better term, which certainly rises to the level of grave indifference to human life. I mean, ultimately, when this case and an arrest is made, and we're fairly confident we're going to, I'm not gonna say we will, okay, but we are gonna put all we can into this case. Remember, a 7-year-old laying in bed was struck by gunfire that was aimed at this particular residence, okay? And we're really trying to just reach all the community members, anybody with any information, no matter how small they might think it'll be.
Obviously, in an area like that, and you know from working gun ranges, there would be people out there who would be able to tell you, it's a pistol, it's this, it's that, a lot of hunters there and that sort of thing, just from someone who heard it and can tell you.
I agree, and that's why that's important. The rural areas tend to know a little bit more about gunshots, gunfire, the rapidness of it. It's all pertinent to our investigation.
Which leg was the boy shot in? Left or right? Are you able to say?
No, we really can't, and really just maybe more so for the privacy of the family and the child. It's not really, it's extremely pertinent in what happened, but exactly where it is, I think, is less important.
How's the family doing?
I assume they're visibly shaken, and, and we're looking to work with the community and bring this to a quick resolve, so they can put their head down at night and know that, that this is the last time this will happen to them.
So it's a husband and wife, 2 children, and a friend? That's who's at the house?
That's correct, yes.
How much time elapsed between when deputies arrived and the scene was secured and questioning was started?
Approximately 10 minutes.
You guys might have fairly good patrols on 39. It's a major, well, for the south towns, it's a major road and all that.
Last one.
Yeah, that's true. That Route 39 is between 3962 and Route 219. Those are the north, south, and east and west when you're looking to get from one side of the county to the next. Our deputies patrol those areas quite frequently.
Thank you.
Okay,
All right,
thanks.
thanks.